I'm 72 years old. At this age, people expect you to talk about happy memories, about youth, about moments you're proud of. But when people ask me what I did for a living, I usually pause, because my job is not a story people celebrate. For over 30 years, I work as a human resources director in a large American corporation, which means I was the person who told people when their careers were over. When I started, I truly believed HR was about people. It was the late 70s. Corporate America was growing. We talked about development, stability, careers that would last a lifetime. I wore inexpensive suits and believed that if you were loyal, the company would be loyal back. Back then, companies called themselves family. I believed that. I still remember the first person I had to let go. He was older than me, quiet, reliable. I read the words exactly as legal had written them. Due to restructuring, this is not performance related. This decision is final. He didn't argue. He asked one question. How do I tell my wife? That question wasn't in any policy manual. Over time, the process becomes routine. Mergers, cost optimization, downsizing. I learned how to deliver life-changing news in just a few minutes. The company rewarded efficiency, not empathy. We stopped talking about people and started talking about headcount. It made things easier. Corporate language exists for a reason. It removes emotion. We didn't say people lost their jobs. We said headcount reduction. Language protects the system, not the individual. One day I had 12 meetings scheduled back to back, 12 terminations. In one meeting, a woman sat down and started crying immediately. She said, "You don't need to say it. I already know. My meetings disappeared from the calendar." That's when I realized something important. People always know first. For most of my career, I believed loyalty was a currency, that if you gave enough of it, you would earn security in return. But loyalty in corporations is not a two-way agreement. It's a temporary convenience. The company is loyal only as long as the numbers allow it. And the moment they don't, loyalty becomes irrelevant. I've seen loyal people replaced by spreadsheets. There was a word management loved to use. Essential. People liked hearing it. It made them feel safe. But over the years, I learned something uncomfortable. Everyone is essential until they aren't. Departments disappear. Roles are merged. Titles lose meaning. No one is irreplaceable inside a system designed to keep moving forward without looking back. Some people accepted it quietly, others didn't. I watched strong, confident adults lose their sense of identity in a single conversation. Because for many of them, their job wasn't just work. It was purpose, structure, self-worth. And when it was taken away, they didn't know who they were anymore. That part of the job never showed up in reports. No training prepares you for sitting across from someone who built their entire life around a company badge. No policy explains how to respond when silence fills the room, or when someone asks, "What do I do now?" There is no correct answer, only distance. The longer I stayed in that role, the more distant I became. Not just from others, from myself. I stopped asking questions. I stopped reflecting. Because reflection slows things down. And corporations don't reward slowing down. They reward compliance. People think money is what they trade for work. It isn't. Time is. Time with your children. Time with your parents. Time with yourself. And once time is spent, There are no refunds. That realization comes quietly, usually too late. After I retired, no one needed me anymore. And that silence was revealing, not painful, just honest. The phone stopped ringing, the emails stopped coming, and life continued, perfectly fine without me. That's when the illusion finally ended. If I could go back, I wouldn't work less. I would care less. I would stop confusing professional importance with personal value. I would leave earlier, listen more, be present. Because presence is the one thing no company can give back. If you're watching this after a long day at work, if your life feels paused until things settle down, they won't. There will always be another deadline, another meeting, another quarter. Life doesn't wait for your calendar to clear. We all tell ourselves, I'll rest later. I'll see my family later. I'll enjoy life later. Later becomes a habit. It becomes an excuse. I've watched people spend years waiting for later. And later never came. By the time they realized, decades had passed. Moments were lost. And nothing could bring them back. Time spent at work is time you cannot get back. Yes, money comes with it. But money cannot replace missed birthdays, conversations, quiet evenings, or laughter that slipped through the cracks. Every choice to stay late is a choice to lose a piece of your life. Small at first, but cumulative. People are resilient. They adapt. They push forward. But the cost shows in quiet ways. A friend I worked with stopped seeing his grandchildren grow. Another colleague lost touch with a lifelong friend because work always came first. I've seen ambition turn into regret. And ambition does not ask permission to become regret quietly. If I could give one piece of advice to anyone still climbing the ladder, presence matters more than productivity. Being there for someone, being aware of yourself, being awake to your own life, not checking email, not attending another call, not finishing a report, but living while you still can. Think about the small moments. Your first cup of coffee in the morning, a walk at sunset, laughter with someone you love. They seem insignificant now, but they add up. They build a life you'll look back on when work is done. And work will be done, always. But life will not wait. One day, the emails stop, the meetings stop, the calendar is empty. And you finally notice what has been happening all along. Your life went on without you noticing. Were you there for it? Or were you only watching from behind a screen? It's not too late to change. Even now, even after decades, you can start being present. Every moment counts. Every conversation matters. Every pause you take to notice the world around you is worth more than any extra hour at the office. Thank you for listening. Take a moment to think about your own time. Be present for the people and moments that truly matter. If this story spoke to you, subscribe to the channel. And if it gave you something to reflect on, leave a like. This is When Years Speak. I'll see you in the next story. Take care of your time.